Right here. Okay. We're good.
Little?
Hey guys. We are live. Hi guys. Welcome back to video Facebook Live. I'm Monica, and today we're here with the lovely Rashidat. Yes. Thank you
I
so
love
much
how you say my name.
Rashidat.
It's pronounced just that.
Oh,
You're pronouncing every syllable, right?
Yes.
Rashidat.
I love the
With
name.
the song at the end.
I gotta sing my words sometimes.
Right.
Sorry. But thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited to talk about your health and wellness journey and your book. So let's first, yes, we're definitely going to get into that. But let's first, if you could just talk a little bit about yourself, how you started your health and wellness journey, and then we'll go into the book.
Okay, that's always so humbling to do, to talk about yourself.
Right.
It's like, but I noticed that when I talk about myself, I am a reflection of so many other people. So it's awesome to talk about my journey. Well, I'm Rashidat. I am a holistic lifestyle entrepreneur. I'm also an international yoga and meditation teacher. I am also a personal trainer, a certified Reiki practitioner. I deal with energy, and I'm also you.
You do everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. I love it.
A little bit of everything, but that took 11 years to get there. It did not happen overnight. And I'm also a bodybuilding competitor for the NPC. So, I know, right? Right. When I start talking, I start,
being in the city.
Right. So, thank you, Chicago. So, what I do is I balance and I engage all the aspects of myself. So it began with bodybuilding. It began with my weight loss journey. Everybody had the weight loss journey.
Right.
So and some people have more than one weight loss journey
Right.
in their life. But mine started with bodybuilding. And I was super overweight. But before I was overweight, I was addicted to drugs and alcohol as well.
Okay.
So really the journey started when I went to rehab. I went to rehab. I left Chicago, went to Florida, and checked myself into rehab and got clean. And that really gained my did you see that?
Yes.
It just flew in my face. That really helped me build structure in my life, because I was always like this free-spirited person. And what happens with free-spirited people, it sounds good, but we're so high up there. We are so courageous, we're fearless, and we're like, I'll do anything. Right. But that can kind of be, it can cause trouble. And what caused trouble in my life, I got addicted to drugs and alcohol. So after I got out of rehab, I started going to the gym, because in rehab it gave me structure. What I mean by that is, what a lot of people fail to do these days is give themselves a ritual, thing that they do every single day.
Yes.
Like in rehab, I had to wake up at a specific time. I had to take my meds at a specific time. We ate breakfast at a specific. It was a schedule, right? So, and we always yell at our kids like, "Hey, you got to do this at this time, and you go to bed at this time." But we don't do it for ourselves.
And it's good to have that.
And it's good to have that. Yeah. So when I was in rehab, I was like, "Dang, this is what it feels like to have a structured life." Because I was always just kind of like, "I'm here,"
right?
So I held on to that. It's still difficult a lot of times, but I held on to that. And so I got out of rehab. I still have my little structure. I will wake up in the morning. I will have a breakfast at a specific time. I'll have dinner at a specific time. I will take my supplements and stuff. And I was still on medication after I left, but I started to go into the wonderful world of bodybuilding. I met a trainer. I was super overweight, actually. So I was like 222 pounds, and in the store, girl, yes, I'm 180 right now. So, but I was 222, and I did my first show, and within 6 months, I lost like over 60 pounds. I did my first show, and I was at 150 pounds. I was really small, and so I gained weight back, and in the course of from then until now, I did like 5 bodybuilding competitions. Nice. I went on a 100-day juice fast. The 100-day juice fast. Yeah, and as we were talking off camera, in this picture is when I was in a 100-day juice fast. I was just basically just doing a photo shoot off of a photographer, a beautiful photographer in Chicago. She wanted to shoot me, and I was like, okay, because I'm juicing, let me just hold up my juice. And she was like, okay. And we just put the juice inside the photo, and I never knew that that was going to be the actual cover of my book. But the 100-day juice fast really...
Sirens again.
Sirens in the city.
God.
So many emergencies.
Right.
What's going on, Chicago?
They need to get their health in order.
Right. We'll help you right now. We're going to talk about it.
I know, right? So, where was I? 100-day juice fast. You asked about that. The 100-day juice fast was amazing. Sis, I wouldn't say to do a 100-day juice fast unless you are under special care.
Okay.
During that time, I had 2 mentors. My naturopathic doctor, she mentored me through the entire process of detoxing. She was a detox expert as well, so she mentored me. My colon coach mentored me as well, so I learned about digestion. I learned about the power of detoxing and fasting. I learned about all of these things during that 100 days. I felt the most amazing that I've ever felt in my entire life. Like my vision was clearer. My mental was clearer. I felt lighter. Like, sis, the reds were redder.
Really?
Yellow was yellower.
Yeah.
You know, the sky was beautiful. Like, things sparkled.
Everything was just clear. It was just like
yes,
you took off
yes.
something and it all just...
But in that, my spirit shifted. My spirit shifted on, and my ego was dying. And during that time, I was married at that time. I knew that I was shifting to a different place.
Yeah.
Almost like dimensionally going to a different dimension.
Yeah.
And I can get a little bit deeper, but I knew that I was changing. Mm-hmm. I knew that my vision was going to be different. And in that 100 days is when I did my own website. I sat down and did my own website. I created the 7-day Holistic Detox. So throughout this whole process of me losing weight, going through my bodybuilding, during that 100 days, I also went to India. I got my yoga teacher certification. I stayed there in India for 30 days. I traveled to Thailand. I went to Thailand last year and stayed there for 2.5 months. I just left. And during all of this process, I'm feeding myself. I'm feeding what works for me. I'm learning myself. I'm learning what I like and what I don't like, what works for myself and also other people. So I created the 7-day Holistic Detox from these experiences that I've been having. The yoga, the meditation, the detoxing, all of it still came down to one thing. We have to build some type of structure in our life, some type of ritual in our life. In this Holistic Detox, it doesn't just focus on the physical, because I was focused on the physical at first.
Right.
I was like, I'm overweight, I gotta look good.
Right.
And when I
more than that, you have to start somewhere.
And I knew it was more than that when I did. So I did the first bodybuilding competition. The second bodybuilding competition I did, and it was like, okay, for some reason I'm still not happy. And I got these chiseled abs, and my legs look great, and I'm still not happy.
But the happiness was, and that's really the most important part.
Yes, it still was something missing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that I wasn't happy. Of course, walking around looking like a trophy was it had its perks.
Of course.
But it was something missing. I wouldn't say I was unhappy. It was something always missing, and I wasn't compromising.
So, and did that affect the relationship?
It did. I'm divorced now.
Okay.
Absolutely. The entire evolution of who I am now, it ended a lot of relationships.
And that takes a lot of courage.
Because
a lot of people may feel the same way. Right. A lot of people out there, I know you may feel the same way, but it's hard to
let go.
Right.
Because you want to
put yourself first.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wasn't compromising. I did for a minute, and I wasn't happy.
Right.
I wasn't compromising for nobody, not anybody. I wasn't compromising for the God that I felt that was in me, because I felt closer to it. I felt closer to that power, that force that guided me to be sitting here right now, to be such an influence on changing people's lives. I knew that this was my purpose in my past, and I said, you know what? What's going to happen is I want it to happen. Any relationship that dissipates from my life is going to naturally happen.
Yeah.
It's just going to naturally. I'm not going to have to walk away. It's going to naturally happen. And it did, because I kept focused on what it is that I knew that my purpose was, to cleanse and heal myself. That was the true purpose. And in that cleansing and healing of myself, I knew that it was going to heal and cleanse other people. And the more and more I pour into myself, it's not a selfish act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a selfish act. It's, as I raise my vibration, it's going to automatically pour into the entire collective.
Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give to someone who felt the way you felt back then, to just have faith that it will work out, to let go and just...
You have to be radical about it. You have to literally be radical about it and trust the process. Trust.
You have to trust the process.
You have
it's
to.
hard to do that.
And that's what faith is.
Yeah.
A lot of people say
exactly
they have faith, but when it comes down to those real challenges,
right.
It's like, oh no, I don't know. No, I'll just stay where I'm at and I'll be comfortable.
Of faith.
Right.
Knowing
that, just let go and surrender.
Yeah.
Be almost like childlike.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
Just be childlike. Just go with the fact that whatever happens is going to happen. And knowing that where your heart is in love. Your heart is really wanting to heal yourself and be good for yourself. And in that goodness that you pour into yourself, whatever happens, you know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that it's going to be for the good.
And I'm
even
sure
when
now,
it looks bad.
Right. And I'm sure now you have no regrets on doing that.
I have no regrets being a crackhead. I have no regrets being overweight. I have no regrets in the choices that I made. I have no regrets in any of it, because
everything happens for a reason.
It
happens the way it's supposed to happen.
That quote is everything. Everything happens for a reason, and depending on where your heart is and where your karma is. Because it could be happening for a reason, because you do unto others how you want to do to it be done to you.
Yeah.
So if whatever it is that you are experiencing outside of yourself, I tell this to my audience all the time, anything that you experiencing outside of yourself is going on inside of yourself. Relationships, whether that's hard times on in your home, anything that you experience, is because it's going on inside of you.
Of course. And so now all of that led up to your book.
My book,
The 7-Day Holistic Detox.
Yes.
And it's also a cleanse, right?
It's a detox recipe. Yeah.
Okay. You brought it with her. So let's talk about that. How did this get started?
This got started from, again, the entire life process. This came from 11 years, and then inside the book it says in the first page, this is 11 years of my experience of when she was trying to cue me and I'm trying to talk. I'm like, wait, So this is 11 years. The 7-Day Holistic Detox is a blueprint for developing a holistic lifestyle. It's a holistic detox, and I push the fact that it's holistic because it's not just about the physical. We are non-physical. And because I am certified now in yoga, meditation, I put those pieces in this detox. So it's not just, you have your recipes, you have your yoga practice, you have your yoga detoxing poses, you have your meditations that you do, you have your spiritual practices that you do, and the spiritual practices are actually part of the 7 spiritual laws of success by Deepak Chopra. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Deepak Chopra. He was one of my first spiritual teachers. I've traveled to plenty of places to understand that spirituality comes from a place of love. Religion is all love. When you find the love within yourself, everything will just unfold for you. So in every single day, so it's broken down, how I have it is broken down into day 1. You see how I have it says. So day 1, you have your recipes, then you have your spiritual practice. And what I want people to do is get in tune with having a intention every single day.
Yes,
Waking
love
up with
that.
an intention of giving, waking up with an intention of knowing your true purpose, waking up with an intention of learning the cause and the karma, the cause and effect, keeping that in mind. So each day it has a spiritual practice, and then your meditation, it has different meditations every single day, and then your yoga pose. But also in here, I give you a little taste of what the chakra systems are. I give you a bunch of resources on different books and on spirituality, yoga, meditation. I give you different resources on like different YouTube channels that I personally listen to on a daily basis, your shopping list, and each chapter is broken down into a different affirmation. It's like, so chapter 1 is the root chakra, and it has an affirmation on the root chakra. Then chapter 2 is the sacral chakra, and it's broken down to the 7 chakras, the 7 chapters, the 7 days, the 7 spiritual laws. So it's an amazing book that I really worked super hard on. And it's nothing like it on the market. I've checked. And there's nothing like it on the market. You have a lot of detoxes, amazing detoxes. I fasted, again, 100 days on just juice. I've done the master cleanse. I've done so many fasts and detox, but I learned that in the end, it's just about having high vibrational foods, eating high vibrational food, giving your digestive system a break just a little bit to repair itself. Our bodies repair itself if you include certain things.
Right. Yes. So high vibrational foods, meaning
living foods from nature.
Okay. From nature.
From nature. You have to pick it from nature. The living foods that's been here. That's not the hybrid food.
Not the process.
No.
That. Okay.
We want the living foods that's picked straight off of the tree. The living stuff. We put living foods, we feel more alive.
Yes. Very true.
You put even the nutritional food that's cooked, it lowers the vibration of that. So during this 7 days, you're just eating and digesting higher vibration, living raw
foods. Yeah. It makes sense, right?
It's just, that's it. And so I don't really like to put too much emphasis on the detox part.
Right.
I detox and don't be on the detox. You know what I mean? Some days I just have smoothies and juices and raw foods. Day 6 and 7, so this is how I broke it down. I'm gonna keep it in my head. So this is how I broke it down. It's so amazing. First 2 days is just juices.
Okay.
Day 3 through 5 is juices and smoothies.
Okay.
And day 6 and 7 is smoothies and salads.
Oh, okay. It's not bad.
It's not. It's
so,
and it should.
Do this every week?
I do it every month.
Okay.
I do it every month. And some people do, like I've done actually this for 40 days. Okay. Just day 6 and 7. Like just smoothies and salads. And salads every single day. I did that for 40 days. And I still worked out. That's
realistic. That's not too hard at all.
It's not. So.
And I'm sure you felt so much better.
Oh God.
More energy.
I feel better when I'm just eating living foods. When you eat living foods, you feel more alive.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact because I did 100 days. You know what I mean?
Like living proof. She knows.
I am proof, and I vlogged this. So if you guys don't believe me, it's on my YouTube channel. Like I did every single day, 100 days, and it was amazing, amazing.
And so before you mention waking up with having an intention.
Yes.
I love that. Can you go a little bit deeper into that?
So when you wake up, so we all have certain things that we're healing from. And inside the 7 spiritual laws, so let's just say day 4, the law of least effort, accepting people, situations, events as they occur. Yes. Just keeping, so just even in your head, just allowing things to just flow without putting up much effort. And I've learned in my, just letting
I'm just thinking back like,
yes, I know, like, yes. So it's like, why do we have to force success? Success is allowing things to just flow effortlessly.
And going along with that, also not letting other people's actions affect you so much.
So much.
I'm working on that.
Yes, I know.
Definitely understand that.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna let you stress me out because then I'll be stressed out for the rest of the day, and then you'll just be fine. And like, it's really just hurting yourself.
Correct.
So yeah, I love that.
And in that, knowing that you are empathetic, that's you are just showing signs that your true self is very empathetic. What other people actions and what other people are feeling, you are affected from it, and that's not it's not a bad
care.
thing. And it's because your heart is good.
Yeah.
And at a spiritual, your soul loves that, and because it wants to help. It wants to reach out and say, oh. But if we're not fully sound within ourselves, we can't pour from an empty cup. So now it's feeling like, I need to not let you affect me. But these people need the love the most.
Yeah. But you can only give that when you
can only give it
when your cup is completely full.
And when you fully love it yourself.
Yeah. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
That was deep, you guys.
I
hope you felt that. I love it. Okay, so we have waking up with intention.
With intention. With waking up saying, okay, I know that in my head, I want to look this particular way. I want to feel this particular way. I want to be this type of person, this type of inspiration to someone else. I want my finances to look this way. So it's always important to write down what it is that you want fully, but waking up with an intention of saying, with everything that I have going on today, if it doesn't serve my true purpose and my true path, I can let it go without feeling bad about it or not feeling like I'm hurting someone else's feelings. And you may, but you can't. Okay. That's okay.
You have to be okay.
You have to be okay, not doing it like purposefully, purposefully just hurting someone. If it's serving you in your path and your mission and what it is that you truly want and desire for yourself, and it's out of love, that's the key. If it's out of love, then everything would just transform and get into your life what needs to be in your life. The universe will work for you. Yeah. You don't have to work for it. You can just sit back and be like, okay.
Right. It'll just keep happening.
But what happens here in Chicago, people that's in a fast-paced industry, and a fast-paced energy, it's hard for us to sit back because we feel like I got to do something.
So much,
I got to do something. You know what I mean? I got to work on my business. I got to. Yes. Or then ego comes in. I got to work harder because they working harder too. Oh, look at her. Look at him. Look. Oh, yeah.
And I think that's another. We're always comparing ourselves to someone else who may have what you want or may have more or.
And it can be a good thing. It can be a motivation. But it can't be in a place where you forcing. It has to be of least effort.
Right.
You can look and be inspired to help you move and get up and having to go work out because there's a lot of fitness people pushing out their bodies. I gotta go work. That's a good thing. That for me. The internet is awesome because of that. Because it makes you want to you scroll and you're like, dang. I need to do something. You know what I mean? It makes you get up and do something positive for yourself. But when it comes to be like you're not having any compassion for yourself and you're just kind of overdoing it, then it can lead to stress and issues and
And it's really such a small thing to do to wake up every morning and just set a few intentions to have. It takes a few moments while you're in the bed, as soon as you wake up, just to do it. And that's better than just going through the motions day by day and you're just not happy. So
and if that doesn't work, sis, another thing that you can do, and this is what I've been doing recently, write down 5 things that you want. Without a shadow of a doubt. List them in order, like the first most important to the 5th. And write it out as I am going to have, as though you already have it.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. Do that. When you wake up, read it out loud 3 times. Okay. During the day, record it on your phone as you're talking. Put it in your ear and listen to it on the way to work.
I've heard of that. Recording it and just listening to it.
What it is that you listen to your affirmation, because sometimes you wake up and somebody on the phone, you forget, and it's like, but when you're in the car, put your earbuds on and listen to what it is that you are manifesting in your life.
That really
say
helps,
that and just do it at night.
Okay.
And do it for the next 30 days. Watch it.
And at night. Okay.
In the morning throughout the day. And if you really want to make it powerful, if you really want to get into that magic, hey, you write it out every single day.
Okay.
If you really want to manifest and create like the creator that you are, manifest and write it out every single day for 30 days. Say it out loud. And don't tell someone.
Oh, and don't tell anyone.
No.
Okay.
Because if it's something like, oh, I want to hit the Mega Millions.
Right. Everyone's gonna be like, girl, you ain't gonna do that.
Exactly. Or even if it can be, I believe you deep down their energy. No, there's no trust, because we have to learn. The fact of doing it over and over again, you reprogramming your subconscious, because we don't fucking we don't believe it. We don't believe it.
Right.
We have to make ourselves believe first. Mm-hmm. You got to, for you to talk to somebody and tell them about it, and you don't really believe it. Y'all don't really believe it. Then how's it ever gonna happen? Ain't no magic being done.
Exactly. I love it.
You would have to believe it with ourselves, because a lot of the things that I created, I was like, girl, you are not going to do it. But more and more I say it over, that repetitive, more and more I keep saying it, you program in the subconscious. Mm-hmm. And when it's subconscious, because our life is programmed through our subconscious, not our conscious.
Right. Oh, yes.
We walking subconscious. We had to learn to walk. Mm-hmm. And now it's just programmed in our subconscious. It just happens. Right. A lot of other things just happens. Not just walking,
right?
Talking, what colors we like, the people we're attracted to. This is all programmed,
right?
All of it.
So you almost have to like reprogram yourself into believing this will happen, and then once you believe it, other people will believe it as well.
Exactly.
And then
exactly. Exactly.
I love
exactly.
It. I love that formula. Okay, I'm sure we have a lot of online questions. What are you guys asking us?
Oh, it's just a lot of people. There's actually no questions. Just a lot of people saying good morning and
okay, good. They're probably on mine saying stuff.
Yeah, they're just like really people just tuning in, giving comments.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I have a question. What's next for you? Mm-hmm. And this isn't your only book.
This isn't my only book.
This
is my only hard copy book.
Okay.
I have 2 other books that I created. The Meditation Handbook, and I also created a Transition to Vegan 28-day meal plan. Those are all ebooks.
Okay.
All can be on my website, located on my website.
And your website is, let's plug that in.
Rashidat.com. RASHIDAT.com.
And we'll put that in the comments for you guys as well.
Yes. And also, so what's next for me is I have my book signing on Saturday at B Gab's Goodies. My first book signing is
congratulations.
Really, I know, it's so surreal. It's like, really, I'm gonna be signing a book? Like, who would have thought?
Right. Who would have
thought that? So and the Monday, I'm gonna be starting my detox again. I do it every month, and I do it publicly every month. And although in my detox, I tell people to
I want to show this page. No social media, no TV, right?
Yes, for the next 7 days. Yes. But because I'm a pro at this. I know how to deal with social media, especially as an entrepreneur. I have to be able to leverage social media without allowing it to consume me.
And that's it's really consuming, and that can get a person's spirit down.
For sure. But when you're a business, it's different.
Right.
It's different when you're a business. So I publicly detox 7 days every month, and I definitely suggest people to log off of social media. And if you do have a business, just kind of like tone it down just a little bit, put what you have to put up, and then log off. You know what I mean? Because even the notifications you want to reply to, that's my thing. I want to reply, but I'm not on social media right now. I gotta, so I just cut it off, So that's something that's I highly suggest people do. But what's next? I'm a sun chaser, so I'm not in Chicago in the winter time. So I'll be in the sun.
I'm trying to be with you.
I'm in the southern states. Last year I did the Thailand thing, the whole different country type thing.
Okay.
This year I'm going to stay in the States. I'm going to be in the southern states. I'm going to be in Houston first.
Okay.
Just kind of like touring around, book tour, doing my yoga classes, and just kind of like living, in freedom.
What seems to be the hardest part of doing the 7-day detox?
What's the hardest part?
Yeah, like, is it the social media? Is it hard?
For me?
For you? And then what have other people maybe said? Like, the hardest thing?
No, I think the hardest thing for a lot of people is not chewing for the first 5 days.
The juices, right?
Yeah,
You're not eating anything.
I'm not eating anything. I don't want to eat. So I think the hardest part for people is to not being able to chew. That's why the first meditation is the breath meditation. And when you can control your breathing, you can control the mind. Okay. So when you can sit down and I tell people, just do 20 to 30 deep inhales and exhales. Just breathe and it'll go away. The thought of you having to eat, or the thought of you being hungry, it'll go away. So that's why, and each day is set up with a different meditation depending on what detox it is that day. Okay. So it's a really amazing system that I got going. But for me, it's like nothing is really. It's because I do it.
You're used to it, right?
It's
a lifestyle at this point.
It's
not
a
so
lifestyle, exactly, and that's what the purpose of the book is creating a holistic lifestyle for you, using these concepts and adding them to your life. Whatever it is that you do, just add these concepts to your life, whether you're detoxing with me every month or whether you do it 3 days out of the week. Take the concepts and just do it and start applying spiritual practices, applying meditation, applying yoga, applying eating, living foods. Yes, and just applying that. And when we begin to apply that, then you begin to open up the whole list, the whole parts of you, the wholeness of you.
And
not
you see a difference. You'll see a huge
difference.
difference.
Feel and see it. Your skin lightens up. Your energy. You sleeping better. All of these new things that you wasn't aware of that's embedded in you. You're supposed to be happy. Our nature is supposed to be joy. It's supposed to be bliss. But we're so caught up thinking that it has supposed to be a hard time. We gotta go through the challenges.
Right.
Come on, challenge. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And the more and more you, like with me, I like to challenge myself, put on challenges. So the 7 days is a challenge for me, not to do certain things and only do this, for the next 7 days. It's a challenge for me. So if I'm preparing myself through these challenges, any challenges that happen outside of what the things that I do for myself, it's a piece of cake. I don't care about that. Right. It's like I got that. I'm strong. I've equipped myself enough with a mental capability to be able to endure anything that anybody comes to me with.
I love it. Oh my gosh, you are amazing. You guys, we challenge you one more time and tell us where we can buy your book.
This is on my website, Rashidat.com, and my books are purchased through Lulu. That's my production company. So you'll see a tab that says Lulu for the hard copies, and then you'll see a tab for Amazon where you can purchase the actual ebooks. Yeah, so if you're an ebook person or you are a hard copy person, both of them are on my website. Don't make sure that when you click, the Amazon is for the ebooks, and the Lulu,
the hard copy.
Hard copy.
Yes.
And if you're having any trouble, just email me. I'm here for you.
She'll help you out.
And I would love for you guys to come to my first book signing. We're going to have it at a vegan restaurant, so we'll be eating afterwards. I'm going to talk about the book some more, and you'll be able to get your signed copy, and we get to hang out.
Yes.
And take some cute pictures.
Yes.
What? This is social media. Everybody likes pictures.
I would love the cute pictures to post. Yes.
Right.
But don't forget to definitely get your ebook copy or your hard copy on your website. It will be posted in our comments. You guys, thank you so much. We challenge you to do the 7-day holistic detox with us. Yes, holistic detox. Thank you so
Y'all
much.
gotta
for
do it
joining
with me
us.
on Monday.
Okay.
Y'all gotta do it with me.
I'm
So
challenged,
let's
so now I'm gonna have to
yes.
do it. Yes, but I'm excited. I'm definitely going to start with making an intention every day, and we'll see how that works. I'll get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Go on the website, get your copy, get your ebook. Thank you guys. Until next time.